Let's begin our investigation into biotechnology and its uses. We will investigate how biotechnology is utilized to engineer better organisms and enzymes, create optimized circumstances, and downstream processing, and how it is utilized in the agricultural domain. Biotechnology is having a major impact on agriculture, providing immense advantages to farmers worldwide. Genetic engineering is one of the biotechnological methods utilized, allowing increased crop yields as well as solutions to pest and disease problems. Further, biotechnological approach is helping to develop plants with greater drought resistance and adaptation to varied climates, thus promoting food security in numerous areas. Biotechnology is a rapidly growing field with incredible potential for addressing many of the world's current issues. It provides the means to make advances in different areas, such as creating new antibiotics and addressing climate change. Utilizing the power of living organisms yields better medicines and agricultural practices that are sustainable. This presentation will focus on the promising applications of biotechnology. Biotechnology has made its way into everyday life, offering many potential uses. It can be employed in therapeutics to develop treatments and medical interventions, as well as used in diagnostics to diagnose medical conditions and track responses to treatments. Genetically modified crops have become widespread in agriculture, and biotechnology has enabled advances in processed food production. Bioremediation can be used to tackle toxic contaminants, while waste treatment processes have been improved through the use of biotechnological methods. Images like these offer a glimpse into the possibilities that biotechnology can provide. Biotechnology is an incredibly advantageous field with a wide variety of potential uses. Its high-efficiency catalyst organisms provide a great opportunity to produce powerful results. Moreover, biotechnology engineering creates ideal conditions for catalysts to work in, and downstream processing technologies make it possible to purify organic compounds and proteins. All of these aspects demonstrate the considerable benefits of biotechnology. Biotechnology is an ever-expanding area of science that is enabling considerable progress in several industries, particularly in the domain of agriculture. Using biotechnology, it is possible to increase food production using three distinct paths. Agrochemical-based cultivation is one of these practices. Agrochemicals can be employed to guarantee that plants are correctly fertilized and sheltered from ailments, bugs, and other intruders. Moreover, these chemicals can also help reduce water and soil wastage, thus increasing the sustainability of agrarian activities. Biotechnology is changing the way food production is perceived, and its agricultural adaptations are driving the way forward. Biotechnology has seen considerable progress in the past span of years, and its implementation in the agricultural sector has enabled us to cultivate healthier plants with more nutrients. Organic farming, which involves natural methods of cultivation, is a sustainable alternative to the conventional crop cultivation. Additionally, the incidence of genetically modified crops is rising, and they have the potential to improve production and pest resistance, while also strengthening the nutritional content of our food. Through this technology, it is possible to manufacture reliable food sources and conserve the environment. Biotechnology has experienced a great surge of research and development in the last decade, resulting in revolutionary discoveries. Applications range from medical progress in new food sources to controlling and understanding our environment, unlocking treatments, and even creating energy sources. The possibilities and potential of biotechnology are magnified even further due to the technological advancements and internet proliferation. To take advantage of these opportunities, it is important to ensure they are explored and put into action. Biotechnology is a major factor in continuing sustainable development. Norman Borlaug is well known for bringing the green revolution, comprised of agricultural technology, which increases crop yields and diminishes world hunger. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan and his team were influential in making the green revolution a success in India. This accomplishment is said to be credited to biotechnological practices, like genetic engineering, which is the alteration of a plant's genetic structure. Additionally, biotechnology can be used to manufacture crops that are resilient to sickness, limit the amount of pesticide, reduce food decay, and maximize crop yields. Biotechnology has had a tremendous impact on the agricultural sector over the past few decades. Innovations such as genetic modification have created new varieties of plants and animals that are hardier, yield more, and require fewer resources. Additionally, biotechnology has enabled us to become more efficient when using chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and irrigation systems, and has reduced costs for farmers. Further benefits of biotechnology include the development of better land reforms and pest management strategies, all of which have allowed us to fully benefit from the green revolution. Biotechnology is an effective and economical approach to boosting crop yields while lessening environmental impact. Through altering the genetic material of plants, biotechnologists can modify plants to resist diseases, pests and herbicides, enhance productivity and nutrient potential, tolerate extreme temperatures, and strengthen their tolerance of soil types and other environmental pressures. This gives farmers in the developing world a more cost-effective and efficient option that is ecologically responsible. Biotechnology has given us a variety of methods to augment crop production. Genetically modified crops can be generated to be more resistant to threats from pestilences, sickness, dry spells, and climate change, as well as have increased outputs. Additionally, existing crop varieties can be modified through biotechnology, resulting in higher yields and decreased production costs. All of these potentials can be attained through the utilization of biotechnology and its associated uses. Biotechnology is an innovative field of science that leverages the power of biological systems to develop sustainable solutions for many of the world's most pressing issues. In agriculture specifically, genetic engineering has created more efficient production and pest control methods, which permit the maximum yield with fewer harmful chemical inputs. This gene revolution could revolutionize food production, bringing us closer to a sustainable and secure future. As genetic engineering advances, we have the capacity to break down barriers between species, making it possible to transfer genes from one species to another, something that could not occur naturally. This gene revolution has immense potential to improve the agricultural industry, as it grants us new ways to produce goods. Biotechnology has had an immense impact on the agriculture industry, ushering in the so-called green revolution. This shift has led to a surge in crop yield and more efficient use of fertilizers and irrigation techniques. It has had a positive effect for both farmers and consumers, making crops more affordable and fostering greater food diversity. Biotechnology is the use of living organisms or cell cultures to produce or manipulate existing organisms for beneficial purposes. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, known as the father of the Green Revolution, was a major contributor to developments in India's agricultural sector. Through his efforts, food production was increased and its availability was improved globally, leading to a better quality of life for millions of people. His work has had a considerable impact in reducing hunger and poverty around the world. Biotechnology is a field that is changing quickly, with much potential. Genetic modification of organisms is one promising direction. GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, are created when scientists change the genetic makeup of a living organism to get a preferred end result. This can include making the cells of the organism more resilient to illnesses, growing more crops, and more. There is an immense advantage to using GMOs, and the technology is becoming increasingly popular in many industries. Organisms whose genetic material has been altered using biotechnology are referred to as GMOs. These organisms have characteristics that differ from those of their original counterparts. GMOs are beneficial in a variety of ways and are found in many products. Examples include enhancing food production, creating new medicines, and generating valuable materials. In short, GMOs are a significant part of current science and technology, and could be pivotal in shaping the future. Biotechnology is a powerful instrument to cultivate new plant species with impressive traits. It grants the possibility of creating crop varieties that are more resistant to pests, require reduced water, or produce higher yields. Such genetically modified plants have the potential to facilitate the process of feeding a growing population while consuming fewer resources. Moreover, such plants have the potential to be used to manufacture pharmaceuticals and other beneficial products. Biotechnology has played an important part in improving the tolerance of crops to abiotic stresses like cold, drought, salt, and heat. Scientists have been able to create stimuli which can regulate the genes of these crops, thus generating better and more dependable effects on them. This makes it possible to meet the demands of a rising population as well as reducing the effects of climate change on our food sources. Biotechnology, with an emphasis on genetic engineering, has given us the capability to create crops more resilient to pests. Bt cotton is a modified type of cotton, designed with the Bacillus thuringiensis gene, allowing it to safeguard itself from certain pests without having to be exposed to chemical pesticides. This groundbreaking technology can diminish the need for chemical pesticides while farmers still receive protection against pests. Biotechnology has provided a great advantage in terms of decreasing post-harvest losses. Recent progress in research has enabled us to apply modern techniques to facilitate improved storage and preservation of food products, and prolong their shelf lives through monitoring of environmental conditions and using natural preservatives. This not only helps to prevent waste, but also guarantees that the products are of better quality and retain their nutritional value. Biotechnology is a significant area of industrial utilization. It allows us to boost the efficiency of mineral usage by plants, which aids to avert the premature exhaustion of soil productivity. This is especially relevant in areas with restricted natural resources, where competent use of these valuable assets is essential to upholding a healthy land. Through biotechnology, we can enhance and raise the yield of plants and crops, decrease fees, and contain environmental hazards. Biotechnology has revolutionized our approach to nutrition, providing an avenue to drastically improve the quality of our food. Through genetic engineering, plants can be modified to contain higher concentrations of essential vitamins and minerals. This has led to the development of vitamin A-enriched rice, alongside other crops which offer advanced nutritional value. Such novel technologies could potentially be the key to making sure that everyone has access to the nutrients they need in order to lead a healthy life. Biotechnology has facilitated the development of custom plants that can provide resources to various industries. Examples include starch, fuels, and pharmaceuticals. These plants have been modified and manipulated to satisfy specific applications, forming a sequence of potential processes for biofuel manufacture. The procedure comprises Sanugi, genetic modification, biomass depolymerization, catalysts, and additional treatments, all of which culminate in the fabrication of tailor-made fuels. Biotechnology is a highly important field of study, with wide-ranging potential applications in the agricultural field. Scientists are now researching the possibility of creating crop varieties that are resistant to pests, potentially drastically reducing the use of pesticides. For instance, the European corn borer can be counteracted by inserting a gene which would make any part of the plant unwelcome to the pest. Through the development of pest-resistant crops, farmers will be able to focus on using low-toxicity chemicals to protect their harvest from destructive insects. Bacillus thuringiensis, or Bt, is a naturally occurring soil bacteria containing proteins that, when isolated and manipulated, can produce a powerful insecticide that acts without harming most other living organisms. The Bt toxin interferes with the digestive tract of harmful insects, leading to their death. This toxin has been widely used in agricultural pest control, but has also been studied for its potential application in human health, including gene therapies. Biotechnology has opened up opportunities to use Bt for various biological purposes, making it a promising area of research. From pest control to human health, Bt toxin has demonstrated its potential to improve quality of life. Biotechnology is transforming the approach to food production. By integrating the Bt gene into plants which were initially vulnerable, we can now cultivate crops that are invulnerable to certain insects, dispensing with the necessity of insecticides. Examples of these GM crops are Bt cotton, Bt corn, Bt rice, Bt tomato, Bt potato, and Bt soybean, among many others. This major change has enabled us to develop a biopesticide to guard crops without introducing any additional toxins to the environment. Bt cotton is an example of biotechnology developed from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. This bacterium produces proteins that are toxic to certain insects such as lepidopterans, coleopterans, and dipterans. The use of this technology has the potential to yield numerous positive results, which will be discussed in depth below. Biotechnology is a rapidly growing area with numerous applications. It involves the use of living organisms or their components to create products and solutions that can enhance our lives and surroundings. An example of this involves engineering plants like cotton to resist pests and diseases, thereby offering higher yields and improved quality crops with minimal resources such as water and fertilizers. Similarly, the use of biotechnology can also produce crops with enhanced nutrition and reduced environmental impact. As we continue to delve into the potential of biotechnology, we can look forward to discovering new and exciting avenues to better our lives and the planet. Biotechnology has enabled us to investigate a variety of uses, especially in the agricultural sphere. An illustration of this is the use of B. thuringiensis to manufacture a toxic insecticidal protein. This bacteria forms protein crystals during a particular period of its growth cycle, which makes it easy to create this strong insecticide. Although our knowledge of biotechnology has been enhanced, there is still much more to learn. Biotechnology is a constantly developing field that is capable of vast enhancements in numerous aspects. This slide looks into the utilization of biotechnology in pest management. Particularly, it examines the usage of Bt toxin proteins in controlling particular insects. This toxin can be activated in the intrinsically alkaline pH of the gut of these insects, forming pores in their cells that lead to their demise. With advanced comprehension of how this process works, biotechnology can be applied with more productivity and exactness in pest control. Biotechnology has been used to engineer crops that are resistant to pests. For example, proteins encoded by genes CRY-IAC and CRY-EAB target cotton bollworms, and CRY-IAB specifically targets corn borer. To do this, genes for Bt toxin isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis are incorporated into crop plants like cotton. The toxin is coded by the CRY gene, and different genes should be chosen depending on the targeted pest, as most Bt toxins are insect group specific. Plants in biotechnology are being developed to have greater resistance against certain pests, and a good illustration is the nematode Meloidigine incognitia, which affects the roots of tobacco plants and significantly decreases yield. Research is being conducted to create genetically modified plants that are unaffected by this pest. Through creating these nematode-resistant plants, it is possible to potentially boost the productivity of crop yields for various plant species. RNA, or RNA interference, is a defensive mechanism found in all eukaryotic organisms. It works by introducing a complementary RNA molecule to a targeted mRNA, resulting in the silencing or inhibition of the translation of the mRNA. This natural protection response is cells' way of protecting themselves from outside elements, allowing them to maintain their natural state without disturbance. Biotechnology has seen huge progress in recent years, extending its reach beyond just industrial use. One particular success has been the creation of complementary RNA from organic sources, which can be utilized for a variety of purposes such as controlling gene expression, synthesizing proteins, and creating novel molecules. This opens up huge opportunities for the use of biotechnology in fighting disease, understanding the environment, and enhancing our quality of life. Biotechnology has seen significant progress in recent times, with technological innovations enabling greater comprehension and manipulation of genetic data. This has enabled the conception of tools and methods to add foreign DNA to organisms and use it to modify or introduce new characteristics in them. A prominent example is the agrobacterium vector, which allows scientists to add genes particular to nematodes into a host plant, thereby producing a modified organism. In addition, RNA interference technology has been developed, enabling researchers to selectively block specific genes and investigate their function. These potent resources are paving the way for exciting progress and applications in biotechnology. Biotechnology has had a significant impact on the way science is conducted in the present day. The introduction of DNA, and the ability to decipher and manipulate genetic information has opened up a range of possibilities, including the production of sense and antisense RNAs in host cells, allowing for personalized treatments for diseases. Furthermore, biotechnology has applications well beyond medicine and has fostered advances in fields such as agriculture, animal husbandry, biological engineering, and environmental control. These advancements have facilitated the creation of a variety of products including enzymes, antibodies, proteins, antibiotics, vaccines, and hormones. With its potential to revolutionize our lives, biotechnology provides a promising future for the field of science. Biotechnology has revolutionized the scientific world by offering novel techniques to study and understand the genetic makeup of organisms. One of these techniques is the production of double-stranded RNA or dsRNA. This complex is formed when two complementary RNAs bind to each other, providing an alternative to DNA as a template for gene expression. The poliovirus inhibitor, PLKO, has been used to regulate gene expression in various cell types. By using this technique, scientists can study cell pathways and manipulate cells for various purposes such as therapeutic or industrial. Biotechnology is a rapidly developing field of science that has changed the way we understand our genetic makeup. One of the techniques used to study and manipulate gene expression is the production of dsRNA. This double-stranded RNA is formed when two complementary RNAs bind together to form a complex structure. PLKO, a poliovirus inhibitor, is used to regulate gene expression in various cell types, allowing scientists to study cell pathways and manipulate cells for a variety of applications, ranging from therapeutic to industrial. Dicer is a key enzyme in biotechnology, responsible for splitting long double-stranded RNA molecules into two shorter RNA fragments. Small interfering RNA, siRNA, and microRNA, mRNA. This cleaving process is fundamental in processes such as gene silencing and epigenetic regulation, so understanding the structure and activity of dicer is essential in advancing biotechnology understanding and applications. Biotechnology has proved to be an effective method to fight parasites. Transgenic plants were modified with interfering RNA that made them impervious to the parasites. This efficiently prevented the parasite from enduring in the host, thus establishing a secure milieu for the plants. Biotechnology is a rapidly growing field that involves modifying living organisms to create products with desirable features. This includes the creation of genetically engineered plants, bacteria, fungi and animals, also known as genetically modified organisms. These developments could have a huge impact on how we access food, medicine, fuel and more. Biotechnology is a science that has transformed how we perceive and relate to our environment. A major use of biotechnology is the production of Bt toxin, which is created by specific bacteria strains including Salmonella typhi, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus thuringiensis, and E. coli. This toxin is often used to manage agricultural pests and is remarkably proficient in eliminating certain insects. Biotechnology has been used to great advantage in gene silencing, a process that involves the turning off of certain genes in organisms. This is largely done via silencing specific mRNA, messenger ribonucleic acid, due to complementary RNA. Three methods that fall under gene silencing are DNA interference, tRNA interference, and mRNA interference, each of which have their own distinct benefits and uses in biotechnology.